Very good morning, my dear friends. Yeah, sorry for the slight sorry for the slight delay. So my voice is audible, I hope so. Right. So welcome back to English class, Chandan Logics. My name is Sham. In this session, we are going to spend our time on IBPS Clerk, a very important mock test paper explanation. 2026 has plethora of opportunities, some related to banking sector and some related to non-banking sector. Every opportunity is a golden opportunity. So let's not waste any opportunity and leverage the best out of the best opportunities. In this session also, let us focus on IBPS Clerk mock test paper explanation. I once again welcome you all to English class. Let us solve a very interesting paper today. You are watching Chandan Logic's English session. Every morning you can see me on live. Every evening 7:30 around, I'll come on Chandan Logic's Telugu. Chandan Logics is offering you free courses. This free course has practice exercises, 7,000 plus practice questions. People preparing for police job can get this English complete content at a very reasonable price. So today's paper started with a passage. So a lot of students would ask, passage, we need guidance in passage. There is a procedure how to do the passage. Step number 1, understand the gist of the passage. What is he talking about? What is the point he is talking about? For example, the theory of modified Newtonian dynamics, a prominent alternative to dark matter, has faced significant scrutiny following new data from NASA's Cassini spacecraft developed in 1980, MOND. So he is talking about something called MOND, modified Newtonian dynamics. It is something related to science and technology. Because if you see the article, it talks about MOND. It talks about spacecraft. It talks about Newton's law. It talks about NASA. So this is an article related to science and technology, which is definitely easy. This is not a difficult article. This is not a difficult article. And again, if you see this passage. So now once you understand the gist of the paragraph, then it becomes easy to answer any question that follows. First of all, be very selfish. Try to answer any question that can get the answer without reading the paragraph. Can you try the option 3? Because option 3 talks about vocabulary. Option 3 talks about vocabulary. So can you try the answer, guys? Can you try the answer, guys? It is a direct question based on vocabulary. It is a direct question based on vocabulary. Last 20 seconds. Okay. Yes. I think this vocabulary is something we have talked about many times in our earlier sessions also. I remember one of our sessions last week when we were talking about synonyms and antonyms also. We had a discussion on discrepancy. So what is the meaning of the word discrepancy, my dear friends? So discrepancy means differences. Differences. Discrepancy means differences. Now what is the opposite of differences? Same. Same means resemble. So discrepancies means opposite. Differences. Now the opposite is same. Same is resemble. Same is resemble. Easy question. Easy question. Guys, can you also try the second question? Which of the following is suitable for the blank? Filling the blank. Subdue, recline, purchase, underscore, suspend. Try to remember the 5 words. subdue, recline, purchase, underscore, suspend. Okay. So where is the blank here? I think this is the blank. Here is the blank. Can you try your part? Can you try your part, dear? Can you try your part, dear? So what is the sentence talking about? The success of dark matter in these domains. So success, it is a positive thing. Combined with the recent Cassini data, dash its robustness, positive. Success, positive. Robustness, positive. There should be positive. There should be positive. There should be positive. So the dark matter had a success story. And Cassini data also has a success story. Now that success and this success together becomes more success. So it is talking about some positive vocabulary. Positive vocabulary. My dear friends, defiance. One second. My dear friends, subdue. Subdue means decrease, reduce. Recline. Recline means decrease. Actually, recline is a relaxed position. Recline. Bend. I think you go to movie theaters, you have recliner. Purchase is also relax. Purchase is also relax. Suspend is a negative word. Underscores. I'll give you one example. The success of dark matter underscores its robustness. The success of India underscores its tenacity. Underscore, positive word. Underscore, positive word. Okay. Now what is the tone of the paragraph? We do not know because we didn't read the paragraph as of now. And maybe fourth question, which of the following is a summary of the article? According to the paragraph, why did Mond initially gain interest among scientists? And then the other questions follow like, what aspect of Saturn's gravitational field was crucial? What does the paragraph suggest is a major advantage? So everything content based. What was a major consequence? Which of the following is a synonym? I think ninth question you can try it here. Can you try the ninth question without reading the paragraph? Ninth question without reading the paragraph. Synonym of the word scrutiny. Very simple word, right? Very simple word, right? Everybody knows. What is the meaning of the word scrutiny? Scrutiny means what? Investigation. Analysis. So scrutiny, investigation. Scrutiny, investigation. Easy word, right? Acclamation means respect. Description, confrontation, give trouble. Deliberation, thinking. And again, so I think only 2-3 questions we could answer easily without taking much burden. But rest of the questions you need to answer them only if you can read the paragraph very clearly and very fast. I think I always talk about it. Reading skills you have to improve. Understanding skills you have to improve. Every day read. Only when you read you will understand. Only when you read you can improve your reading skills. Only if you read you can improve your reading skills. Only if you read you can improve your reading skills. That is very important, my dear friends. Read as much as possible. Read as much as possible. Okay. Right now, what I'm going to do is I will read the paragraph very fast for you. And I will also explain the paragraph in a simple language to you. But try to understand because I'm going to do this exercise in a very fast manner. Okay. Start. The theory of MOND, a prominent alternative to dark matter, has faced significant scrutiny following new data from NASA's Cassini spacecraft. So earlier time, there was dark matter. I'll write in shortcut. Earlier time there was dark matter. Now we are trying to create an alternate to dark matter, that is MOND. But this process to replace this with this faced many challenges. Scrutiny. Okay. Developed in the 1980s, MOND aimed to address the discrepancies in a galaxy rotation curves without resorting to unseen dark matter. It proposed that Newton's law of motion require modification at extremely low accelerations particularly evident in the outskirts of galaxies. This theory intrigued many as it provided a simpler explanation compared to dark matter, which posits the existence of an undetectable form of matter constituting about 85% of the universe mass. Recent data from the Cassini mission, which orbited Saturn from 4 to 17, has delivered a substantial blow to MOND. Cassini's. So before I continue further, I will explain from here to here. I'll explain from here to here. Dark matter was once upon a time used. Recently, we are trying to replace dark matter with MOND. And this MOND is very powerful. It talks about Newton's laws, and also it is trying to solve some problems. It is trying to bridge the gap. There are some problems with rotation curves in the galaxy. So this MOND technology is trying to solve the problem. So this theory intrigued. Intrigued means created interest, because it is a very nice theory, nice technology. About 85% of the universe mass. Recent data from the Cassini mission, which orbited Saturn from 14 to 17, has delivered a substantial blow to MOND. So far all good. But recently what happened, Cassini mission, there is a data. That data orbited Saturn planet, and that gave a big blow to MOND, setback. Cassini's precise measurements of Saturn gravitation field offered an unprecedented test for MOND within the solar system. According to MOND, deviations from Newtonian predictions should be detectable in low axis. See, according to MOND, deviations from Newtonian predictions should be detectable in low acceleration, such as the outer planets and moons. However, Cassini observation of Saturn and Moon showed no significant deviations. So to put it in a very simple way, everybody thought MOND is successful, but there are some failures also. There are some loopholes also in the new technology. This finding is critical because it suggests MOND cannot account for the gravitational phenomena observed in the solar system. So MOND failed in some aspects. If MOND were correct, Saturn's moons, especially those farther from the planet, should exhibit orbital anomalies. Yet Cassini's data aligns closely with the predictions made by a model that include dark matter, implying that any deviations at these scales are minimal and non-existing. So it is a fight going on. This is a fight going on between dark matter and MOND. In the beginning, dark matter was nice, MOND was low. Then one time, dark matter became low, MOND became top. Now after some Cassini mission data, MOND failed, dark matter succeeded. It is always a debate going on. The failure of MOND to explain these observations strengthens the case for dark matter. Despite being elusive and undetected directly, dark matter has successfully explained various cosmological and astrophysical phenomena from the cosmic microwave. The success of dark matter in these domains, see, MOND failed, dark matter success. The success of dark matter in these domains combined with the recent Cassini data underscored its robustness as theoretical framework. Although MOND offered elegant alternative and sparked valuable scientific debate, its instability to account for Cassini's findings significantly undermined viability. Consequently, the focus is likely to shift back more definitely to dark matter, reinforcing its position to the leading explanation of the unseen mass universe. This shift emphasizes the importance of dark matter in our understanding of cosmic structure and gravitational phenomenon. See guys, this is a level of reading you should develop, speed you should develop. So the whole paragraph talks about dark matter versus MOND. In the beginning, MOND was top, but finally what happened? MOND failed. Dark matter only succeeded. Now answer the first question, my dear friends. Answer the first question, my dear friends. Answer the first question, my dear friends. So what is the tone of the paragraph? Naturally, any paragraph mostly would have the tone of analysis only. It is not casual, it is not emotional, it is not funny, it is not celebration. Analytical, critical. Analytical, critical. Correct or wrong? Can you try? I think, yeah. The question number 4. Which of the following statements best summarizes the main finding of the Cassini mission regarding MOND? Yes. That is very important. In the beginning, everybody thought MOND, super technology. But actually what happened? There is one important discovery, main finding. What was that? Can you tell me? Anybody answer? 20 seconds. Anybody answer? 20 seconds. Anybody answer? 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Quick answer, quick answer. What was the main finding? Yes, the observation of Saturn. What happened was Saturn. So when we talk about the Saturn issue, that became the biggest issue. Cassini's data revealed unexpected anomalous orbits. No. It is about conflict. Cassini observation conflicted with MOND. Cassini observation is different. MOND observation is different. So, MOND failed. Okay, fifth one. According to paragraph, why did MOND initially gain interest? In the beginning, everybody thought MOND was super. MOND was super. MOND was super. Why? Why everybody thought MOND was super? MOND was super. What is the reason? What is the reason? What is the reason? Why everybody thought MOND was super? What is the reason? Because it actually tried to explain gravitational rotational curves without relying on dark matter. You remember this? I told you rotation curves. I remember when I was explaining the paragraph, I clearly remembered this. Rotational curves. I clearly remembered this. Rotational curves. I'll prove it also once again for you. See, rotational curves. Rotational curves without depending on dark matter. So your reading speed is important here. Editorial reading should happen. Editorial analysis you should do every day. Read Hindu paper editorial articles, my dear friends. Okay. Can you try the question number 6? What aspect of Saturn's gravitational field was crucial in testing MOND? Yes. Answer please. I've explained the article. I want answer now. I want answer now. Anybody answer? What aspect of Saturn's gravitational field was crucial in testing MOND? The problem is precise measurements in low acceleration. If you remember this paragraph, when I was explained, low acceleration came 2-3 times. Low acceleration. Okay. Can you try the 7th one? Can you try the 7th one? What does the paragraph suggest is a major advantage of MOND over MOND? Dark matter 1, MOND lost. How? Dark matter 1, MOND lost. How? So what is the main reason for MOND failure? Answer. What is the main reason for MOND failure? Answer. Option C. Dark matter theory has successful explanations, whereas MOND failed. Dark matter theory has successful explanation, whereas MOND failed. Can you try the 8th question? Answer. According to the paragraph, what was the major consequence of MOND failure? So when MOND failed, basically what happened? When MOND failed, basically what happened? Everybody started again focusing on dark matter, naturally, no? When MOND failed, everybody started focusing on dark matter. Everybody started emphasizing on dark matter. See? Your reading speed is important. Your reading speed is important. Guys, can you try the last question number 10? Then we go to the next section. I want everybody to answer this question confidently. Then we go to the next section. Which of the following is true? Which of the following is true? Data from 2001 to 2070 undermined MOND. No. It was never mentioned like that. According to MOND, Saturn's distant moon should show orbital irregularities. Correct. This is what MOND said, but it was proved wrong. While MOND provided elegant alternative, its failure to explain. Very good. Correct. MOND failed. 2 and 3 both are correct. Read. Now some of the students in the live session or some of the students watching this video will wonder Sir, how do we do this, sir? How do we get the answer properly, sir? You are reading it very fast, but we can't read it very fast. You have to read. As a PO aspirant, as a bank job aspirant, you have to read the sentences very fast. It is your responsibility to improve your reading speed. Yes, Chandan Logic's Kingmaker is waiting for you. Don't miss that. 0 to Hero 2.0 batch. Take that opportunity. 6.0 champions batch and CGL students, whatnot, everything. Guys, jumbled exercise. Fatafat. A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 sentences. Fatafat. 6 sentences. Fatafat. 6 sentences. Fatafat. Jumbled exercise. 6 sentences. Fatafat. 6 sentences. Fatafat. Apply shortcuts. Apply shortcuts. Apply shortcuts. Apply shortcuts. Apply shortcuts. Last 1 minute time. I'm going to give you only 60 more seconds, not more than that. You should be very fast. You should be very fast. Last 30 seconds. Now, I'll do it in my style. I'll do it in my style. Anybody's responsibility is to first of all identify the first statement first, correct? I'm very sure A cannot be the first statement because however cannot be the first statement. And B starts with a recent study. There is a chance. You cannot start with C because also cannot come. I'll tell you a secret here. Here A study. Here the study. So this cannot come. But I'll tell you something. BD is possible. Why BD is possible, dear? Because A study and the study, BD are very close. E cannot be the first statement. E cannot be the first statement. E cannot be the first statement. And of course here also the study is there. But however is there. Yes. See, I am not reading the sentences. I am only going with the shortcuts. Shams are shortcuts. I'll repeat. Everybody follow once again. Follow once again. Follow once again. It is very easy to identify that B is the starting statement because A study. Now here, who made that study? Conducted by BHU, the study. And here, however, the study. And now here what happens? And now here what happens? See, however is a negative. However is a negative. Affect is a negative. Now you said some negative. For instance, for example, again lacked is a negative. And you are giving an example. For instance is example. For instance is example. For instance is example. Then what? What next? Then what next? I'll tell you a simple thing. Overall. Overall should always come in the last. And what is left? What is left? What is left? Fatafat. If you can do something like this, the job is yours. The job is yours. The job is yours. No, not F, not CF. Yeah, CF. F should come in the last. Overall should come in the last. Again, I am telling you, third time I am telling you, it is easy to identify A is the first statement, a recent study. But who conducted that study? BHU. Now study is conducted. Okay, very good. But again, problem started. Minus. However, there is a minus. And now when you say minus, you also should say, for example, instance. and then you have conclusion CF. See, it goes like this: BD, AEC, F. How? Simple. My dear friends, these both are in positive tone, these are in negative tone, and this is the conclusion. Fatafat. I did not really read it. I only went confidently with shortcuts. But overconfidence is not good. Overconfidence is harmful. Let us check now. A recent study evaluated the safety and immunogenicity of Covaxin. Okay. So somebody started a survey study on Covaxin vaccine. Very good. And now this research was conducted by BHU. The study is widely referenced to Covaxin discussions. Very good. Now the problem started. However, the study had major minus points. Nobody can depend on it. Reliability, no reliability. Why? For example, it lacked a placebo group for proper comparison. There is no proper reliable factor. Also, one more minus point. The study small sample weakened its general. So everything is minus, minus, minus. Now the conclusion. Overall data collection analysis lacked transparency. These also minus, all minus, all minus, all minus. So this is how you have to observe. This is the introduction. These are all minus. This is also minus, but conclusion. Your reading speed is important. Your reading speed is important. If you're not able to do jumble quickly, it's your problem. You have to practice. You have to practice. You have to practice. So once you get the sequence, these answers are a cakewalk. Now we have beautiful spotting error waiting for us. Try spotting errors, spotting errors, spotting errors. Only 10 seconds time. Only 10 seconds time. Only 10 seconds time. He began taking evening classes whereas he wanted to further his education and gain additional skills. Answer. Last 5 seconds. He began taking evening classes whereas he wanted to further his education and gain additional skills. Answer, answer. Answer, answer. Yes, my dear friends. According to the meaning of the sentence, you cannot say whereas. You have to say because. Easy question. He wanted to take extra coaching because he wanted to learn extra. Because is the right word. Simple question. Because is the right word. Simple question. He wanted to take evening classes because he wanted extra qualifications. How simple. What is the problem here? Can you answer question number 17, guys? Can you answer question number 17? Chocolate mousse is one of the most decadent dessert. Very easy question. Very easy question. So whenever we say one of the, the noun should be in the plural form. So it should be desserts. One of the desserts. One of the desserts. One of the desserts. Can you try the question number 18, guys? Can you try the question number 18? You can either attend the morning session or attend the afternoon workshop, but both not. What is the problem here? What is the problem here? Why do you say both not? You have to say not both. Easy questions today. Grammar is easy. Grammar is easy. I'll repeat the 17th answer. One of the noun should be plural. You can't say but both not, but not both. 19th answer, please. Very fast. Very fast. He reluctantly agreed to help his friend Mo. Even though he had other plans for the weekend. I don't want to waste your time. No error. It's a simple question. Simple question. No error. He reluctantly agreed to help his friend Mo, even though he had other plans for the weekend. No error. No error. She was thrilled to receive the news that she had been accepted into. You can't say accept. You have to say accepted. Passive voice. The given sentence is passive voice. The given sentence is passive voice. The given sentence is passive voice. You have to say accepted. Accepted. She was thrilled to receive the news that she had been accepted into passive voice. Accepted, passive voice. Very easy question came. 21st question, my dear friends. Word swap. The easiest question in the question paper. Word swap. Word swap. Answer please. Word swap. Answer please. Word swap. Answer please. Are you reading the sentence and you are making a mistake? Yes. Guys, waiting for your answer. How simple this is? How simple this is? You don't say data hierarchy. You say data structure. That's all. The game is over. You don't have to waste too much of time. You only say data structure. Fatafat. Today Fatafat style. Bank Achievers Batch. Take this opportunity. Railway students. Get the best course here. Police students. Target Kaki. Yes. Question number 22. Swap. Question number 22. Word swap. Today Fatafat style. Because I've explained the paragraph very clearly. Rest of the questions are a game. Cakewalk. Yes. Edward Jenner's work in the late 18th century involved using cowpox to suffuse individuals against smallpox. See, against smallpox. Smallpox is the minus word. So minus word means again it should come here. Fatafat. Get the plus minus. Get the plus minus. Plus minus. Plus minus. Always get the plus minus. Again is the smallpox. Again is the smallpox. Can you try the 23rd one? Once you enter the verification process on your phone, what is enter the verification process? Receive it on the website to complete the login code. To complete the login code, what is this complete the login code? To complete the login process. So these both should swap. So BD should swap. Login process. And once you enter the verification code, you don't enter the verification code. You receive the verification code. Everything reverse. You receive the verification code. Login process. Fatafat. Can you try the next question? Fast. Your speed is important. Everybody has talent. What is important? Your speed. 24. The famous poem. Do you think any problem in the famous poem? No problem? The famous poem Beowulf is one of the most epic works. The famous poem is one of the most epic works. No. They both should swap. The epic poem is one of the most famous. See, we don't use epic superlative degree. We can say most famous, but we don't say most epic. We don't say most epic. We say most famous. Fatafat, 25. The firmness of the mattress. Yes, you're talking about mattress. Mattress is firm. A, no problem. So don't disturb A. Don't disturb A. Don't disturb A. E is crucial for providing. For plus ing. C, no problem. B, no problem. No interchange. No interchange. Fatafat. See, if you remember, if you observe this session, I started the session at 8:10 around, or 8:15 around. Till 8:35 I was only talking about passage. 15-20 minutes I was spending on passage, and rest of the questions cakewalk. You have to learn that quality. Tomorrow when you are writing IBPS Clerk exam, what is the time duration? 20 minutes. Correct? 30 questions, 20 minutes. In those 20 minutes, spend 10 minutes for passage. Happily read the paragraph. But rest of the 10 minutes you have to fatafat do the questions. And jumbled also only 2-3 seconds. Or jumbled only 2-3 minutes. Okay, we have a very simple close test, the last section. But don't read the close test like a normal student. Think like an extraordinary student. Any answer? Don't read the close test, fatafat. Any answer? If I were a student, what is the procedure I would follow? What is the procedure I would follow? I don't read the sentences. Shyam sir wouldn't read the sentences. What Shyam sir would do? Organic is equal to natural is equal to natural is equal to natural. Arey bhaiya, 4 options meaning is natural. Only synthetic is artificial. Synthetic means artificial. Fatafat. Only synthetic is artificial. Odd man out. I don't want to read the paragraph. Go by the options. Can you try based on the options without reading the paragraph? Without reading the paragraph? Without reading the paragraph? Expensive, efficient, limited, complicated, transparent. I think limited is minus, expensive is minus, complicated is minus. Maybe this is plus, this is plus. But not very sure. Not very sure. Not very sure. Not very sure. One reason polyester is trending. Bhaiya. Trending bhaiya. Trending is positive bhaiya. One reason polyester is trending is dash production process. Tell me. Why polyester is trending? Positive. So here also positive should come. So the production process is very efficient. Fatafat. Production process is very efficient. Production process is very efficient. Production process is very efficient. Can you read the paragraph? I mean, can you answer this question without reading the paragraph, bhaiya? Can you get the answer without reading the paragraph? Disposable, luxury, recycled, harmful, ancient. I think not easy. Disposable, luxury. But I can tell you one thing. Luxury is a noun. Ancient adjective. Harmful adjective. And disposable adjective. Recycled. It can be adjective. It can be verb. Not easy. Not easy. No shortcuts. So then take 10 seconds extra time. Then take 10 seconds extra time. Additionally, advancements in recycling technology. Advancements. Positive bhaiya. Bhaiya. Advancements bhaiya. Positive bhaiya. Advancement in recycling technology have made it possible to create dash polyester. So, positive or negative? Positive. To create dash polyester. To create dash polyester. To create dash polyester from. Any answer? See? From. You observe this? To create dash polyester. To create dash polyester from. He used the preposition from. Arey bhaiya, used plastic bhaiya. Already there is a plastic which is used. Now from the used plastic, you are creating polyester. What is the process called? Recycle. What is the process called? Recycle. What is the process called? Recycle. You are creating polyester from used plastic. Last two questions. Any shortcut? Any shortcut? Resistant, vulnerable, sensitive, weak. Arey bhaiya. Vulnerable, sensitive, weak. All minus and all synonyms. How can you say three synonyms? Now either resistant, vulnerable, sensitive, weak. All three meanings, three synonyms. Now you have resistant or colorful. Now you have resistant or colorful. What could be the answer? You have resistant or colorful. Resistant or colorful. Arey bhaiya. Preposition bhaiya. Preposition to. Resistant to. Katam. Resistant to. Preposition bhaiya. Resistant to. I am resistant to. Negativity. Okay, next one. Resistant, absorbent, heavy, soft, frozen. Any guess without reading the options? Without reading the sentence. Yes? Arey bhaiya. Again preposition to. Again preposition to. Again preposition to. Now look at the options. Preposition to can be used where? Resistant to. Fatafat. Fatafat. This is how you have to do the real exam. This is what Shyam sir expects his students to do. This is what I want you to apply the shortcuts. Resistant to. Preposition to, not soft to. Resistant to. Preposition bhaiya. You are not focusing on prepositions bhaiya. Use shortcuts. Use shortcuts. Resistant to. I hope the session is useful.